Hi, and welcome to the Theory and Application of Teaching Sport. My name is Duncan Gregg and I'm your tutor for this unit. This unit focuses on, as the title suggests, the different approaches to teaching sport. And we're going to look at two main ones. Those are direct instruction and also game sense. And game sense comes under the banner of Teaching Games for Understanding, or TGFU. So very briefly, direct instruction was for many years the most popular way of teaching sport. This teaching style is focused on the mastery of skills through the use of correct technique. And it puts the coach at the centre of the model, as they are the expert who delivers all the information and is also responsible for the learning environment. Well, in the early 80s, Bunker and Thorpe created a different approach to teaching sport, known as Teaching Games for Understanding, and they came about this because they were dissatisfied with the direct instruction method. They found that their students were disengaging, they were finding it boring, and the students wanted to play games. And so they thought, well, how can we motivate our students to be involved and yet still teach them? And so they came up with this concept, as I say, of Teaching Games for Understanding. And in Australia, we have a very slight variation on that, known as game sense. So the biggest difference between direct instruction and game sense is that direct instruction, as I said to you, is focused on technique, whereas game sense, it's about strategic thinking and tactics. So it's about understanding the concept of the game as opposed to the technique and how to play an actual shot or pass a ball. So this approach puts the student at the centre of learning. So what will happen is, as it suggests, game sense, students play games that are designed with a particular outcome in mind. And then what will happen is the coach will ask questions of the students which make the students use a deeper level of thinking. And so they get a much richer experience. And as I say, it's about understanding the strategies and the tactics of how games work. Both of these teaching methods have strengths and weaknesses attached to them. And in fact, these strengths and weaknesses make up part of one of your assessment tasks. So this might be an appropriate time for us to take a look at the assessment tasks for this subject. So, assessment task 1. Well, this is a 1,000-word essay, which is due, as it says, Sunday, August the 14th by 11:59 p.m. through Turnitin. And Turnitin is a tool, an assessment tool that is designed to pick up plagiarism. Okay, so what you have to do is create a task description, create a response that describes the two instructional models of direct instruction and game sense. And the students must include the following elements in their response. The procedural approach of both models, so how those models are set out. The focus of each theory, so is it technique-based or is it strategic-based? And also the domain of learning for each of those models. What role does the coach play in those models? And also the psychological theory underpinning each of those models. Now the second task is an important one for you to understand. So it's a practical task, and it's the due date for it is Sunday the 4th of September, again by 11:59 p.m. Don't worry about Turnitin. In fact, what you're going to do is you're going to upload it through YouTube. You have a time limit for this, and that's 20 minutes maximum, and it's worth 30% to you. So let's look at the description. You will be required to demonstrate an understanding and application of the game sense approach to a nominated movement area. This will be done through a 20-minute video presentation. You will be required to organise a group of athletes into game sense activities in order to demonstrate your understanding of this teaching model in a practical setting. So, what do you need to do? You need to choose a movement theme, and we'll discuss that as the semester goes on, and then design a game sense session plan using the template provided on Study Smart. You should include the following: a game sense activity and also one progression for that game sense. And you need to provide a detailed description of your activities. Here's the important thing. You will need to organise a group of athletes to undertake your session plan in a practical manner. So your athletes must be at least 12 years old, otherwise it won't be successful. They need to be developmentally aware. And you'll probably need at least 6 athletes, I would suggest, okay? What you will do, you will then run your session, you'll get someone to videotape that session for you, and then you'll have to upload your videotape session onto YouTube. Take a look at the bottom line there. It's very important that you do not use the direct instruction method, as this will result in a failed grade being allocated for the task. You must use game sense. All right, and your third and final task, again, it's a written task, and it's due Sunday, September the 11th, which is week 10, again by midnight, through Turnitin. You have a 1,000 word limit. Sorry, that's incorrect. You have a 1,500 word limit, I do apologise, and it's worth 40%. Okay, let's look at it. Task description. Based on the first 2 tasks, students will create an essay comprising of 3 parts. Part 1, using academic sources, evaluate and reflect on the strengths and weaknesses of the 2 theoretical instructional models. Part 2, having looked at the theory in part 1, consider your work during assessment task 2, which was your practical task that you'll be doing, and reflect on your performance in regards to your questioning techniques. Note well, you must use examples from your questioning techniques and then also support those with academic evidence. And part 3, based on part 2 above, imagine you have the opportunity to deliver task 2 again, outline how you could improve your performance and relate this to academic evidence. So, if you're looking for more details on these assessment tasks, you'll find that through your assessment PDF. So if we just go here on the next screen, if you see up here on the right hand corner, you'll see the box that says assessments. You will click on that box and that will take you to the assessment pages. Now if you see the assessment box here, underneath that you'll see online assessment tasks. If you click on that PDF, it will open up and it'll give you all the details on the assessment tasks. It'll also provide you with the marking criteria for those tasks. If you look further below that, you'll see it says, reminder, you will not be able to upload your assessment tasks to Turnitin until you've completed the electronic assessment cover sheet. And it says this needs to be done for both essays, So you'll need to do it twice. And you'll see the assessment cover sheet there below. It's got the question mark above it, alongside of it. There it is there. Before you'll be able to put your work into your comparative essay, you'll need to do that. So you'll click on the assessment cover sheet, you'll read it, there's the declaration, then you'll go, I acknowledge, you click that, and then you'll click Save My Choice. All right, then you'll be able to upload your work into Turnitin. And as I say, you'll need to do that twice, one for the comparative essay, and then a second time for the reflection with the last task. Other than that, let's look, you've got your weekly activities. So here I've gone to just week 1. You can click on the session aims if you want, but primarily run down and you look at what's happening on. So everything has been hyperlinked. So if you'll see there where it says lecture, if you click on lecture recording there, it'll take you straight to the lecture recording. If you click on lecture slides, that's going to give you a PDF version of the slides for yourself. Well, you don't need any preparation for this week because obviously it's week 1. When you hit participate, it says read one of these 3 articles. So all of these articles are PDF linked. Click on it and it'll take you straight to the article. There's a link for the tutorial workbook and submission. All these things are available to you just by clicking on them. If for some reason you have an issue, the files are actually at the bottom of the page. So lecture 1 intro goes to the slides. There are your 3 readings that link to there, and so on and so forth. So you don't really need to worry about this, but it is there if for some reason you can't actually link to what you need to. All right, so I hope you enjoy the subject, and please realise that I am here to help you, so don't hesitate to contact me at all. Please also make sure that you regularly check your ACP emails for any information that I may have provided for you. In case you missed my email and phone number, it is on the front page of this, but I'll give you my number again. It is 9739 3315, and the area code, of course, is Sydney, which is 02. I have already sent you all an email. which is asking what is the best way to contact you, and also when probably is the best way or best time, to contact you. So whether it's by mobile phone or whether it's through email or maybe Skype at an appropriate time. So good luck for the semester, and again, I hope you have a good time. Don't forget to ask for help whenever you might need it. Thanks.